Good afternoon. We're really glad that you could join us today as we celebrate the life of a dear woman, Leah Fleming. We celebrate the earthly life that she enjoyed here on this earth as a servant of God, and now we celebrate the eternal life that God has prepared for her. We begin with some remembrances of Leah, and the first will be a dear friend, Lynn Nelson.
So back in 2003, when our family landed in Kenya, a Kikuyu pastor assigned me the Sunday morning Sunday school class, the adult class. And I was given not just any lesson, he specifically said I needed to teach on the role of the woman in the home, comparing it to the Proverbs 31 woman. And since then, I have developed that lesson over and over, and it's a two-part series. The other woman of Proverbs versus the 31 woman. Last year when I taught that, in preparing for my Sunday school lesson on the 31 woman, over and over throughout the night I would lean over to my husband and say, this verse, these verses, this is Leah. And he would say, while we agree, she would say, no, that's not me. So we're going to read Proverbs 31 starting in verse 10. And let's just see how much we can remember this is Leah. Who can find a virtuous and capable wife? She is more precious than rubies. Her husband can trust her, and she will greatly enrich his life. She brings him good and not harm all the days of her life. She finds wool and flax and busily spins it. She is like a merchant ship bringing her food from afar. She gets up before dawn to prepare breakfast for her household and plan the day's work for her ladies. So Leah. She goes to inspect a field and buys it, and with her earnings she plants a vineyard. She is energetic and strong and a hard worker. She makes sure that her dealings are profitable and her lamp burns late into the night. Her hands are busy spinning thread and her fingers twisting fiber. I think of her jewelry and the things that she taught the women. She extends a helping hand to the poor and the needy, and she opens her arms to them. And she has no fear for the winter, for her household and everyone is warm with clothes. She makes her own bedspreads and she dresses in fine linen and purple gowns. Her husband is well known at the city gates and where he sits with other civic leaders. She makes belted linen garments and sashes to sell to the merchants. She is clothed with strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. When she speaks, her words are wise, and she gives instruction with kindness. She carefully watches over everything in her household and never suffers from being lazy. Her children stand and bless her. Her husband praises her. There are many virtuous, capable women in the world, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceitful, it's deceptive, and beauty does not last. Here's the part that just resounds of Leah. A woman who fears the Lord will be greatly praised. Reward her for all she has done, and let her deeds publicly declare her praise.